This is the TobenONE TKM001 KVM docking station. It claims to bridge the gap between a traditional multi-port docking station and a hardware KVM switch, acting as a central command station for your entire desk. But is it one of our new top 5 gadgets? If your goal is to maximize your dual system workflow without sacrificing space or performance, then this gadget is designed specifically for you, allowing you to use both your laptop and desktop with the same monitor and accessory setup without any of the normal friction that we see with kind of cheaper docking stations. First, looking at the physical hardware and the connections, the TKM001 features a solid metal chassis that gives it a premium, attractive weight on your desk. The front panel is completely loaded for quick access. You get 2 USB-A ports and 1 USB-C port, all pushing 10 gigabit per second, which is perfect for high-speed data transfers like external drives. The front USB-C port even delivers 15 watts of power delivery to keep your phone charged. It also houses a headphone jack and a dedicated USB-A port specifically for your keyboard and mouse type input accessories. But the back of this device is where the magic really starts to show itself. It's split into 2 dedicated sections, one for your laptop and one for your desktop setup. This makes wiring it incredibly simple because it's perfectly labelled for idiots like me. For the laptop, you use a single USB to C connection. For the desktop, it utilizes 2 HDMI cables for video, plus a USB-C to Type A for data. TobenONE even includes a really nice braided USB-C cable and a display port to HDMI adapter in the box, just in case your desktop graphics card only has one HDMI port. This was particularly useful for me as my graphics card does only have one HDMI out, so I needed that DisplayPort adapter. You connect your 2 HDMI outputs from your desktop graphics card into the back of this dock and then onto the screens. And while that port selection is fantastic, the true performance upgrade here is the display technology. The TKM001 supports dual HDMI outputs at 4K resolution at up to 60 Hz, or if you want a higher refresh rate, 1440p will give you 120 Hz. This is great, this kind of best of both worlds setup, because it means that your productivity setup will look incredibly sharp and great detail, but when you switch to perhaps a gaming setup for those evening sessions, then you'll have that smooth gameplay at up to 120 FPS from one single connection with this dock. It works flawlessly with Windows, Chrome OS and Linux setups. However, it is worth noting if you're a Mac user, just to keep in mind that Mac OS only supports a single extended display, so your second monitor will be simply a mirrored display. My absolute favorite feature of this KVM adapter is the inbuilt EDID. Now that sounds really geeky and boring thing to say, but let me kind of explain it to you in really simple terms. Normal KVM switches, when they switch between one input to the next, will completely disconnect that original input from the monitor. So if you switch from desktop to laptop, it will switch off the output from the desktop, meaning that when you do go back to your desktop, everything needs to be resized, the monitors need to refresh, your window that was on the left screen is now on the right and is tiny. But with an EDID technology, it tricks the computer to thinking that those monitors are connected all the time. So when you toggle back and forth, your desktop layouts remain exactly where you left them without flickering black screens. It even features an auto wake function to instantly bring your sleeping computer back to life the second you switch over. Another massive benefit of this device is how it handles power. The docking station itself comes with its own 36 watt power adapter, meaning it has enough power to keep the device itself awake. But if you want to keep your laptop charged, it also features Power Delivery 3.0 pass-through. You simply plug your laptop's charger directly into the dock and it will deliver up to 100 watts of uninterrupted charging to your laptop, even while you're switched over to the desktop source. You have never got to worry about your laptop dying whilst it's in the background while you're working on your desktop. And finally, TobenONE have really nailed the physical controls on this device. Of course, it does have a nice tactile button on the front of the dock itself, but perhaps you've got that under your monitor or it's a little bit out of way and it's a bit unwieldy reaching over your entire desk to get it. Well, they thought of that and they included a kind of remote-like USB styled remote puck, meaning that you can control the switch from pretty much wherever you are on the desk. Perhaps you're going to tape it to the side of your desk or just have it fit next to your keyboard. The switch for selecting the different input sources will always be at hand at all the times. It's a lovely feature, and I'm really glad that TobenONE have included it in this KVM switch. There's simple things that I do like about this as well, and it's going to sound daft to say this, but beyond that really clever EDI switching, so going from input source to input source and keeping the displays exactly the same, I love that I can use the same keyboard and mouse setup for both my desktop and my laptop with just a click of a single switch. For me, having multiple computers that I work between or play between, it's great to be able to just have one set of accessories out on the desk and for both devices to use them seamlessly. It's honestly a bit of a space saver and a bit of a game changer for anyone who has multiple computers on the go. So what is the TLDR on the TobenONE TKM001 KVM docking station? Well, it delivers absolutely the best of both worlds. During the day, it serves as a robust productivity hub, spreading my work across two pristine 4K displays while keeping my laptop fully charged. And at night, it seamlessly transfers all of the high-speed peripherals and monitors over to my personal desktop with a single click. By eliminating redundant hardware and solving that awful Windows shuffling issue with the EDID emulation, it delivers a flawlessly clean workspace, and TobenONE have clearly smashed it out the park and definitely have a stake for its place in the top 5 gadgets. But is this one of your new top 5 gadgets? Why don't you let me know down in the comments down below, and if you want to find out more about this product, I'll of course leave a link to it in the description. And whilst you're there, you may as well like this video, subscribe for more top 5 gadgets, and I'll see you in the next one.